Morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to a little weekend vlog. It's a long weekend here in Canada. It's Victoria Day weekend and I need coffee. I am not awake yet, but I'm starting off a new little vlog. Y'all know the drill. Saturday mornings we get coffee with my mom, and our local coffee shop is actually closed the whole long weekend, which I love that they do that. I don't think like every coffee shop needs to be open on like holidays and stuff, and I just love that they they're closed like today to Monday, and I just love that for them. So we're at 10 Toes, which is like a close second. I really like their coffee, and it's still pretty east located. It's near the Value Village on Sierraville, if you guys are familiar with Ottawa, and it's a really cute little coffee shop. So we're here. I just finished, well I guess refinished this because let me tell you guys an ordeal. Okay, I didn't really vlog much this week because I was supposed to have a sponsored video go up and then it didn't get approved in time, and then I didn't have any other vlogs. So anyways, here we are. But I started reading this on my Kindle, and I think it's creepy because it's like supposed to be like a horror paranormal story, but my Kindle kept like skipping chapters at a time, and even if I'd restart it, like I just couldn't get, like it would skip over a lot of pages, so I felt like I was missing a lot of detail. And then when I got to 55%, it would not let me go forward. Like it was like the book was done on Kindle, and I was so drawn into the book. It was like when it was getting so good. So I had to run to Indigo to pick it up because I had no other way to read it because it was like not working on my Kindle, and shit just went really, really downhill from there. So there's that. But this is, I don't know, it's classified as horror, and I would not call it that. I would call it like a paranormal thriller because there's like a small element of paranormal. I gave it 3.5 stars because I really loved the premise of the book, and I loved his writing. I will definitely be reading other books of his, and I loved the first half. But the second half is just when it fell like totally off for me, and the twist was just so silly, honestly. Like it was just silly, and it didn't really, I was like, oh, we're putting that in a thriller? Like that's the twist? But I had so much fun reading it. So I would recommend, if you guys can get it like at a thrift store or on a Kindle Daily deal. I don't know if I'd pay full price for it, but I did have a lot of fun reading it. It's basically about Mallory, who's fresh out of rehab, and she takes a job babysitting Teddy, and then she starts noticing that Teddy like draws these really creepy drawings. And the cool thing is that they actually include the drawings in the book, which I think is awesome. So he does these like really creepy drawings for like I think he's 5. Is Teddy troubled, or is he channeling forces he cannot possibly understand? Mallory must decipher the images and save Teddy before it's too late. So like I said, it was like a good read, but I did not like the twist at all, and a lot of you guys agreed with me on Instagram stories. So I just finished that up this morning. I actually finished it yesterday, but I wanted to reread the last 3 chapters because I couldn't tell if I was like tired and I didn't like it, or if I just didn't like it, and it turns out I just didn't like it, but I want to make sure to reread it. So I just finished that because I'm a little bit early for coffee, and I always try and bring a book with me if I'm feeling like reading. But what have we gotten up to? Honestly, not much. It's just been so boring around here. And like I know that like my vlogs are like everyday life and like mundane life and making those moments beautiful, but sometimes life is like a little too boring to vlog, you know? This week I did not leave the house like at all, and I honestly just worked and read, and I was waiting on a lot of stuff. Like I have a lot of like fun home things coming. I have a lot of fun vlogs coming, but I've just been waiting for things, if that makes sense. Yesterday we crossed the border to pick up some packages, which I know you guys are gonna say, Carter, you did not bring us along. You guys for some reason like love coming across the border with me, which I love that you love that. But I have to go again in a few weeks to pick up some Halloween stuff. I want to go to TJ Maxx because it's just superior, and I just didn't have time on this trip, so I figured I would vlog that instead, like for spooky season. I feel like I'm taking August to like really rest and recharge, because once September hits, you guys know I'm the queen of spooky season. Okay, not the queen, that's well, I'm not giving myself that title, but I love fall, I love autumn, I love Halloween, and that is like my time to shine with content. And so I'm almost taking August to like recharge and reset. So with that being said, I went and picked up a few little things, which I can show you guys the packages when we get home for sure. Then we went to go see Haunted Mansion last night, which I'll probably give you guys a review of later because I just want to have time to talk about it, and I'm not sure when my mom's gonna get here. I want to be like, you know, able to give you guys my full review, but we loved it. It was amazing. And here we are. That's what's been going on, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in this vlog or the next one. It kind of just, I think, depends how much footage I get, but I want to do a big home update. I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions about the whole home selling and buying process, and just like anything you guys wanted to know that like was within things that we could talk about on the internet, right? And so I want to include that either in this vlog or the next vlog. I'm just not too sure how long this one's gonna be. And I did take some time off this week because I wanted to start reintegrating myself back into 3 vlogs a week, which I've been doing kind of here and there. I've been doing like 3 vlogs one week, 2 the next week, but I want to start getting back onto my like consistent routine again. And while I think 2 videos a week is still amazing, 3 is definitely like where I like to be ideally. So I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me and just being there for me. Obviously things are just really chaotic right now, and I just appreciate the support and you guys understanding. I just love you guys more than words could say. But back to the point about the house. I asked you guys if you had any questions, and y'all came through with some really good ones. So I'm gonna probably talk about those, like I said, either in this vlog or the next vlog. We are dog sitting for the day. Michaela and Jason are gonna drop TJ off for the day, which I love being so close to them because we can do stuff like that. And we also have a showing this morning, but on the weekends I've kind of decided, or Matt and I've decided, that he can kind of take the reign on that, because during the week we get so many showings, like during the work, not so many, but like we average like almost a showing or 2 a day during the work day and right after work. It tends to be me that has to like clean up the house and stuff, because obviously Matt goes to work, which is not his fault, he can't control that. But on the weekends when he's home, that's when I kind of like vocalize to him like I'd like to go like do things, and can you take the reins on that? And I think it's only fair. So we have 1 showing this morning, and then because of it being a long weekend, it's actually nice. I don't think we're gonna have any the rest of the weekend, which would be really great. Honestly, I feel like it's the only time I'm ever gonna say that, but it'd be nice to have like a little break from the showings just for this weekend, because of it being a long weekend. So I think we're gonna take maybe a little day trip tomorrow. We're just not too sure where yet, but we've kind of just realized that July has like flown by and we haven't really done much, so we really want to make the most of August. So we're thinking about taking a little day trip tomorrow, and I think you guys will see this vlog Sunday night is the goal, Sunday evening, which I love a Sunday evening YouTube like session. So I'm excited about that. I've been loving just like uploading whenever, honestly, like getting in my videos per week. Like I always hit that quota, but just like whatever time they're done, like there's no pressure. Oh, there's my mom.
Trying chocolate.
Babe, that's so close.
Cold brew latte.
Oh, we got TJ. Come here, TJ. Here with my bestie, Buddy, who does not look very happy right now, but I promise he loves it here. You say hi, TJ, to the vlog.
He doesn't like
say hi, vlog. Had almond and coconut. Did you decide where you want to go tomorrow?
No.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. It's not super sweet.
No.
Maybe it's actually the coconut milk that makes it sweet, because there's no sugar in it. That's pretty good. I don't like a latte, but you can tell with the dark color it's got a lot of coffee in it, you know, because the latte is usually super light.
I like it a latte.
I feel like I might need a second coffee today. I already had a cold coffee, so maybe I need a hot coffee.
I feel like now it's the time of the day that like I want a hot coffee.
You're right. I'm usually the opposite. I usually want to start the day with a hot coffee, but the guy at the coffee shop pressured me into getting a cold brew.
Why? What did you do?
Because he didn't pressure me, but he was like, he basically was, I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I want hot or cold. And he was like, well, you should try our cold brew. It's really good. And I was like, okay, sure, fine. But I always get a hot coffee first, so I usually get like a cappuccino or something. My plan for today, now that I'm home, I want to put away all my stuff I got yesterday. I kind of like left all the boxes in a bag. Actually, I didn't really buy too much in the States, but like I just left everything there, and I got some packages to the house yesterday, so we'll do a little unboxing. And then I really want to start the new Olivia Blake book. It comes out on the 8th, and I pre-ordered it on my Kindle, but it's available to read now. Masters of Death, so I want to start that today. And then chill, have a spritz tonight. Y'all know the drill. I can't decide if I want this vlog to be today and tomorrow, or just today and then start a new vlog tomorrow. It'll all just depend on how much footage I get, really. But I'm gonna go do groceries and run some errands. And I was like, go do it by yourself, because I love running errands alone. It's like good me time, and I feel like Matt doesn't get a lot of like alone time because he obviously goes into the office Monday to Friday. So I was like, go do your thing, get yourself a little Diet Coke from McDonald's, and then he'll give us a grocery haul when he's home. and that's what's going on. I'm just like in a chatty. Oh, I also want to give you guys a Haunted Mansion movie review. Just like a nice cozy Saturday at home. Honestly, the vibes are immaculate. Let's make a coffee. DJ's so used to being here that he like gets to our house and he just like makes himself right at home. Also, I got this pillow yesterday at Walmart in the States. I think it's so cute. Kind of fits the vibe better. But, hi buddy. How are you today? How are you? This is Stella's boyfriend. Hi, Tej. I'm honestly vibing with the setup. I think this is gonna be the new like filming setup for reading vlogs once I get my new cushion this week. But so comfy. I just ended up, because you can't take the cover off, I just like did the little Bissell steam and then it came out like totally fine. I wanted to give you guys some updates on the house. So there's a lot that I'm not gonna share for just obviously privacy and like for like we're just not gonna put people on blast online and like situations online obviously, but we are currently at day 15 of our house being on the market, which the average house right now in Ottawa is taking 30 to 31 days to sell. I think it's been hard for us because we're just our only experience has been during the pandemic when houses were going like this, and so it's a little discouraging to us, but we know we're not in this situation by ourselves. But yeah, we've had lots of showings, lots of interest. It's just the market right now. Our interest rates took another hike as soon as we listed our house, which didn't really help us. And also summer is a really slow time to buy in Canada. I was talking with a few of you guys over DM who were saying that summer is actually like the most popular time to buy in the States, which I find it interesting how we're so similar yet so different. For us, spring and the fall are really the busy seasons. I mean, maybe it depends by area, but for Ottawa specifically, we've noticed not a lot of houses are going up for sale in the summer, and now that we're nearing the end of summer, there's like a lot more action, and so I don't think that helped either. But I was saying this in the like home hunting vlog, which at this point is like an hour and a half long, you guys. It's so long because we started filming it in May, that we did not want our house to be on the market in the fall because of work for me, which probably sounds really silly, but fall is like my craziest time of year with like decorating and growth, and like that is like my time to shine. And so I didn't really want the house to be on the market in the fall because it would probably be super decorated, but at this point I don't really care. Like we already have our photos done and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. But that's why we wanted to list at the end of summer. And also for us, we don't travel a lot in the summer, and so we wanted ideally to buy and sell in the summer because our travel picks back up in the fall and like the winter. Of course, like with work, like now is like my quiet season, so I'd love to like move this time of year. But obviously what's meant to be will be, and that's kind of why we decided, because I did get a few questions being like, if summer's so slow, why did you guys decide to put the house on the market at the end of the summer? And that's kind of a bit why, which I know to some people probably sounds silly, but like I actually, like I do have to take into consideration like YouTube and social media and all that stuff. The lighting is going to be wonky. It's like super cloudy, so the sun's going to come in and out, but that is the update on our house. She's still for sale, but we haven't like decreased our price or anything yet. And to be quite honest, we priced our house super fairly. We definitely could have priced it like based on everything else in our area. We could have priced our house for probably a decent, not a decent amount more, but like based on like what some other stuff is selling for, and ours is definitely the most up to date in our neighborhood. But we wanted to price it very fairly because we were buying cheaper. Obviously we wanted to make a profit still based on what we bought the house for, but not like greedy, but we just like, we're like, we'll price it fairly so that it goes pretty quick. But obviously keep you guys posted. But as of right now, the house is still for sale, and at this moment we have no house that we are locked into. This happened about a week ago, so I feel like I've already kind of processed it, and once again there's just like a lot of details I need to leave out for Matt's privacy, my privacy, and also just like the sellers and buyers. But we backed out of our conditional sale on our dream home, which is still a little bit of a sore subject. Basically, everything had kind of lined up really perfectly at first because we did have an offer in our house, and then that fell through with like, you know, some obviously like financing and like all that stuff. Like it happens. We needed to move our closing date, and we weren't really hearing back from them to see if they could close later, and so we kind of had no choice but to pull out of the sale because our contract was expiring anyways on Monday. When you have a conditional offer, it's good for about a month, I think, to allow you time to fulfill those conditions like an inspection and selling your house. But Obviously, we haven't sold our house yet, which is totally fine. It's like a reflection of our house or anything. Our feedback has been like amazing on this house, which that's not me trying to brag. It's just like our inspections when we've had them have gone really, really well. Our feedback has been really great on the house, and not everyone wants a condo, and that's totally fine. But the point I was getting at was there was also some other reasons too that I'm just like not gonna discuss online that are just like personal to us, but we decided to back out of that house, and because it was conditional on the sale of our house, we were allowed to do that, and we are honestly kind of chilling right now. There's a lot of ways you can go about buying and selling at the same time, and you can either look first and then sell your house, or try and sell your house first and then look. And we've just decided we're going to go the other route and wait for an offer on this house before we start looking again, because luckily we're buying cheaper, or we're hoping to buy cheaper, so it doesn't really matter. Like, what matters what we sell this house for, but if you're buying more expensive, it would really depend what you sell your house for, because you'd have to make up the difference. But for us, we'll be having hopefully a little bit of profit. Like, there's no point in really not keeping putting, because we only put an offer, well, we only had our offer accepted on one house, but there's no point right now, because we don't know how long our house is going to be on the market for, to just like put an offer in on another house, have it be conditional on the sale. And like, obviously, like, they accepted the condition, so they knew it could take a while, but for us it just makes more sense right now to kind of see what happens with this house and wait until there's an offer here and we're kind of locked in and we know a closing date, etc., to start looking again. So that's kind of the path we've decided to go down for now, and to just honestly take a bit of a break and just like have our house up and just be chilling. It's just hard because we get like, you know, I get very attached to houses, and then I just don't want to go through what we did with this house that was like our dream house, then we ended up backing out of it. And like I said, there's more to it, but I am a firm believer, and it's so cheesy, of like what's meant to be will be with the houses. It's really hard right now. So no update, but at the same time, like a lot of updates, I guess. I asked you guys if you had any questions, because I feel like no one really talks about this process like in real time, and regardless of the outcome, even if we have to take our house off the market, I'm so happy that I decided to post about it, which someone could say like, that's so silly, you should not post about it until it's like set in stone. But this is real life, and if we had put our house up for sale and then taken it off the market and I had never posted a vlog, you guys would never know. And that happens, like, it's life, and I don't want to ever hide that from you guys. And I understand people that do, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just knew I wanted to be as transparent as I could and felt comfortable being. So yeah, I like don't regret. I had a few questions asking if I regret like saying that we were selling the house and moving before anything was like set in stone, and honestly I don't, because it's life, and I'm gonna be transparent with you guys and take you along for this journey real time. There's obviously like no right or wrong answer. Like, if you want to keep something offline until it happens, that's also totally fine. This is life, you know, this is life. First question is, what is the market like there? We can't find a house to buy, but ours will sell the moment we list. We're definitely in a buyer's market right now. So we bought during a seller's market during the pandemic when houses were going like this. So we're in a buyer's market, and you guys are in a seller's market in the US, I'm assuming. Or I guess it also depends where, but we're definitely in a buyer's market. We have no issue finding a house, but it's selling that's been hard. How is Stella handling the disruption in her routine? Honestly, I don't think she's really been disrupted too much, because we try and only have about 2 showings a day. We try and space them out to 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And so she just goes for her like normal walk. I just like time it for when we have a showing. So I don't think she's really been disrupted too much. Yeah, I don't think so. If anything, I think it's been a bit more disruptive to us, but for her, I don't think it's been disruptive at all. Like, she's just been going for walks, living her best life. Would you do the home buying selling process again, or do you dread it now? I definitely think we would do it again. I think we would, but not anytime soon. I got a lot of questions about like buying your first house and stuff, and we have a whole vlog series on that when we bought this house in 2020. Like, I talked about the budget breakdown, how much it cost us to buy a house. I vlogged the whole house hunting journey in real time, so I will link that playlist, or you can like look for it. I think I have a playlist called First House. All the videos are there. What is the oldest home you would buy? Personally, the older the better. We've looked at a few centennial homes and I love it. I think it has so much character. This is a personal choice, but I don't like new builds at all. I know that like I get the appeal of them, and Matt loves them, which is where we butt heads, which was another question, and it's the age of the home that we butt heads on. Like, Matt would love a newer home and I want an older home. I just think they have so much character and quirks to them, and a new build is just like not for me. Even like this house, like I love this house, but it still has that new build feel because it's in like a townhouse. I just really want to be in the country in an older home that has like quirks and character to it. And yeah, so the older the better. Rating from 0 to 10, where is your mental health right now? I think it depends on the day. I think it's pretty good. I think it's like a 6 or 7 right now. It was bad at the beginning of the week when we decided to pull out of the house. I was really bummed. It was like truly my dream house, but I know everything happens for a reason. And so my mental health, it depends on the day, but I think it's about a 6 or a 7 right now. I'm feeling hopeful. We just have to have patience. Could another buyer put in an offer with no conditions and get the new house instead of you? Okay, I'm gonna try and explain this correctly. Technically, yes and no. So there is the right of first refusal. So let's say we hadn't backed out of that house and we were locked into that house with the condition of selling our house. If someone put in an offer with no conditions and it was like a more attractive offer, the owners have to let us know, especially if they're thinking of accepting it, and they have to give us the opportunity to waive our conditions, and then they would have to stick with us. But if we're not willing to waive our conditions, then they can write a first refusal. Like our offer can become like ixnay and they can take the other offer. And because we're waiting on the sale of our house, we can't waive that condition. So technically yes and no, if that makes sense. Does all the vacuuming and cleaning overwhelm you? It did at first a lot, but I kind of have it down to like a routine now, and we just keep the house pretty tidy in general. It definitely gets frustrating, especially like yesterday we had a showing at 10. I got up at like 8 and I was just like, I got up and I cleaned right away, and I didn't really have a morning, and I got very anxious because of that. So I think it can, but I feel like you just, honestly, you kind of get used to it, and I'm kind of used to it now. What has been the hardest part so far? For me, the hardest part has been probably having a dog, which obviously we love Stella to death. Like we love her so much, but it does make having your house for sale a lot harder because we have to turn down a decent amount of showings because we're going to be out of the house but the dog is home. So for example, last week we went out for dinner for Matt and I's birthday, like to celebrate with my family, and we got 2 requests for showings back to back. And if we didn't have a dog and we were out for dinner, we could have just said like, yeah, sure, but because we had a dog at home, we had to be like, no, sorry, you have to come another day. And also because it's been just, we've had such a bad heat wave here, it's been really hard to just like always go for walks. We've just started kind of driving around with the AC on for Stella because it's just been too hot to walk her. So I will say, like, don't let that dissuade you from selling a house, but when you have a dog or even kids, I can't even imagine doing it with kids. It's a lot more work than like if it was just Matt and I, because I could just go to a coffee shop and work for the day and book a ton of showings. But yeah, so that's probably the hardest part, I would say. Is there anything you and Matt don't agree on in terms of homes? Yes, the age of our home. Matt wants a newer home, I want an older home, and we're trying to meet in the middle at like a semi-old home. It definitely is a point of contention because Matt will send me houses and I'll be like, there's literally nothing to that. It's just like a cookie cutter bungalow. There's no appeal to it. Like, it's just not for me. I don't know, we see, like, we have friends and family that just like have new builds and all this stuff, and it's just like, I love that for them, but it's just not for me. But we, like I said, I really pride Matt and I on being good communicators, so we do communicate about it and how we can meet in the middle. I think if you're both on 2 extremes, it's really important to meet in the middle with like selling a house or buying a house, sorry. So we've been able to meet in the middle on that. Like, it's easier to buy an older house and make it more modern than to make a modern house older looking. So it's not impossible, but I definitely feel like it's harder. So that's truly where we're at. I just wanted to give you guys a real, raw, real-time update. And yeah, I'm really just trying to like let go and let it be with the universe. I'm not religious. I don't really believe in God or anything, but I believe that the universe will, maybe it's not our time to sell. And if it's not, that's totally okay. We have a beautiful home, a roof over our head, and it is what it is. But we're just trying to cross our fingers. Like I said, we're still so fresh into the selling process. It's been 2 weeks. I do have faith, and I will keep you guys as updated as possible. I'm really happy that I'm sharing this journey in real time with you guys. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but I just want people to know it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and sometimes crappy things happen and you can't sell your house. And I definitely don't think the interest rate increase when we first put our house on the market really helped us at all, but luckily we've had a steady influx of showings and interest, and it's just gonna take the right person to buy our house. Let's open the packages actually that I got, put those away because I kind of want to clean up my office a little bit. And what time is it? 12:50. I guess we'll just see where the day takes us. Here's my bag of packages. This is actually the reason why I went. I literally cannot believe I scored this, honestly. I don't have a weekend bag. I bought the Baze Weekender and I didn't love it, so I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. But I have wanted a Vera Bradley Disney like weekend duffel bag since my second Disney trip in 2017. They are just so cute, but they are so stinking expensive, and I never really had the room to go get one at Disney Springs and take it home. So I've been on the hunt, and I've been on the hunt for a very specific print, which is this one. I didn't want any of the newer prints, and I've been on the hunt for this print for like a solid almost 2 years, and I finally found it on eBay for $40 Canadian. I don't know how I scored that deal, but I did. So I had shipped it to my PO box in the States, and then I went and picked it up. But it is just everything I wanted. Honestly, so big. It's so perfect. It's the exact print that I wanted. Looks like this, and I just love it. And it's great because it's big enough to put all my packages in. So that was the main reason that I went. And yeah, I ended up going to Ogdensburg, which is where my PO box is. And if you like, this is Ottawa, and then there's Messina and Ogdensburg. Ogdensburg has a Price Chopper and a Walmart, and then Messina, which is about like 45 minutes away, has a TJ Maxx and a Big Lots. But I didn't vlog yesterday because I want to vlog, like I said, in a few weeks when we go to Messina to go to TJ Maxx to look at Halloween stuff. So yeah, some of the things I picked up, I finally decided to try Water Drop. And I used Michelle's discount code. I see Michelle and Caitlin Nolan talk about them all the time, and I was so curious to try them. So I think this is like maybe a little starter pack that I got. I don't really quite remember, but I basically got 4 little packages. And if you guys don't know what they are, they're basically like water enhancers, but they're these like really cute little like cubes. So, okay, so I got Sky, which is Pine Berry, Passion Fruit, Prickly Pear. Youth, which is Peach, Ginger, and Aloe Vera. Which is Watermelon Cucumber. I already tried it. It's so good. Then this one, which is Elderberry, Lime, and Raspberry. I also picked up these from Etsy. I had some of these and they broke, so I just got some more. Magic Band little pucks to put on your Apple Watch. So I just got a little 2-pack for Matt and I, but basically you can stick your Magic Band in them and then stick them like on your Apple Watch. So you have to wear a Magic Band and an Apple Watch, which is awesome. So I think these were like $3 each. They were super affordable. I'll link it down below. The Etsy seller. I think that's actually all I got. I almost forgot. I got my first Jellycat, and it is a little coffee cup. I've never seen this one before. I saw it at Indigo. It was brand new. And like, come on, if I was to get a Jellycat, I feel like the coffee cup is so me. So cute. I just need to figure out where to put him. Wait, I have an idea. You guys, what if we put him right here? Stop, he's so cute. The dishwasher is killing the sound vibe right now. All right, let's do this. I'm thinking of turning this around so that I can put the Water Drop in the front. So let's definitely do the watermelon ones because those sound so good. Oh, maybe I could film like 2 of them. This one also sounds so yummy. Go. Okay, cute. Okay, there we go. Sorry, hopefully you can't hear the dishwasher. It's not too loud, but I need to do a little tea restock. But I love this thing. It's from Costco and they still have it. I saw it last week. Perfect. And it is one of the expandable ones, which is great. Guess who's back, back, back.
Back again.
Again. Matt's back. Tell a friend. Thank you.
Cheerios and honeycomb.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, TJ. That's why I'm putting this right now.
Oh, are you gonna do it by
end.
store?
At the end.
Oh,
I wanted cherries. And I mean,
okay.
they were on sale. It was $2.99 a pound, so this was $13. But I really wanted my cherries.
Whoa. That's like weights. You could like, little sugar press.
And then I got these. Then went to Superstore to finish up the. I wanted to try. Those
ones, I don't like them just because they're a little too sweet, but you might like them.
Yeah.
These ones are good.
I was like, oh, let me give them a shot. What do you mean? Oh, 7 grams of sugar. Not terrible.
They're not too bad. You could probably dilute it with like espresso.
And I got prosciutto because
olive oil.
Yeah.
Are we out?
Yeah. Remember we? Yeah, we're gonna have everything. Then I got this. Your yogurt is so expensive, man.
Mine is?
Yeah,
no,
yours.
It's not. It's always like $5.
This is $5.99.
Oh.
$5.99. I found a price match $5.49. My giant tub is $6 for a kilo, and you have $6.25. So yeah. That raptor's on sale, but I got.
Did you get your Diet Coke
apples.
from McDonald's?
I did not. I got apples. I do want one.
You didn't want one?
Granny Smith, $7. Damn, that was. Bananas. Because who doesn't like to eat banana?
You know, the bananas go in the bar cart.
Yeah. Then I gotta use some lettuce.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'm sure it's still good, but it was just like I was like, maybe. Cucumbers, 97 cents each, so.
Love that.
Gotta get the trifecta.
Right away.
The international section. And I found these.
What are they?
They're like Mr. Noodle, but 20 grams of protein.
Oh.
So I was like, they're $2 each, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a
not
try.
bad, though. Chef Woo.
So there's like that one, and then the braised beef flavor.
That would be good. Like some nights when we have like a 6 o'clock showing, and we like don't want to make. That's a good idea.
And then brie. The brie is not $13.
Woo.
Yeah.
We love
I got an extra version, another one, an extra.
You're an extra.
Oh shit.
Version. What?
Oh, I got bold and.
That's fine. Doesn't really matter.
I'm like, what is
what
the
heck
difference?
what does bold olive oil mean?
Yeah, $7.99 for raspberries. $6.99.
That's what I was talking about. It was Superstore,
yeah,
right?
Superstore. Okay. I'm like, dude, why are the blueberries a giant thing of blueberries?
Even if you're washing things, should I leave them out?
Yeah. I was like, why? How does this work? Like, I'm very confused right now. Why is a giant thing of blueberries $6.99, but 2 things of small little raspberries $7.99?
You're right.
And I was like, it wasn't on sale anywhere else, and I wasn't gonna get strawberries.
Berry rant. I come downstairs.
What is this?
Probiotics. Have you decided to reorganize? I literally just reorganized this in my Sunday reset last week.
I don't think you did, because look what I just found.
Yeah, that's the storage in there.
No, this. I
no
didn't
free
even know there was
feet.
anything.
No free feet on the internet. Also doing his little deep clean of the Breville with his denture stuff.
Yeah, it's doing it right now. Honestly, if anybody needs a decalcifying, actually no, don't tell them that.
Why?
Because they're gonna buy out all the denture tabs.
I don't think we're gonna sell the denture tabs.
You never know.
You're supposed to use. Well,
look
you
how
can't.
Many I found. I was like, what the actual shit? This needs to go down.
There's a lot going on here.
And like, Della.
I need a treat. Ew, that's from the coffee machine?
Yeah, it back flushes and it gets rid of all this
That's
stuff.
the denture stuff?
No, the denture stuff is just starting now.
Oh no, it's pretty clear, honestly.
It's like foamy and stuff.
Yeah. Ew.
So now that's the denture.
Oh, that's the denture stuff cleaning it.
Yeah.
We have to make room for all the seasonal mugs. No, those are for seasonal mugs. We decided to get out of the house to go to Quick Pick, which is the like Amazon return where they have them in like the bins. But today's the most expensive day, and there was not really anything. So Matt went to go get us a Diet Coke at McDonald's next door, but it's currently 4:40 already. Holy cow, where's this day going? And I think this is gonna be a one-day vlog. I think there's gonna be enough footage, which is really great. And we have one more HelloFresh meal tonight. It's burgers, and then Matt's gonna play games, which I'm so excited about because I have so much YouTube to watch. I've just had the busiest work week. I've not been able to watch any YouTube. So I'm excited to have a big old glass of wine and watch YouTube, and then we can maybe chat. Oh, I want to give you guys a Haunted Mansion review, but I'll do that tonight when it's like dark out and spooky. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, I might start a new vlog tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I was just answering some DMs. You guys are so sweet. I have a few of you who are like always checking in, asking about the house and like what's going on, which I just think is so sweet that people go out of their way to like ask and stuff. And yeah, I know that like looking back on it, it's all gonna kind of happen for a reason, but in the moment it's just so frustrating and sad to like lose out on your dream house, you know what I mean? And I know it all happens for a reason, and I just want to share this because I want people to know that, you know, the right choice isn't always the easy choice, which sounds so cheesy, but it's so true. And sometimes you have to make hard decisions that are the right decisions. And yeah, so we're being optimistic. I think a lot of times you see creators online buying these like big lavish houses, which I love that for them, don't get me wrong, but Matt and I have always tried to live very below our means, especially with a house. And so I think that also makes it a bit harder too, is we have a very specific budget. And it's nice, we're having like a house free weekend. Like Matt and I aren't talking about it, and I like talking about it with you guys. It's like very therapeutic for me, and I'm sharing this journey because I want people to know that, like, you know, the right decision isn't always easy. And we know in our you know, gut, maybe not, maybe in the moment I didn't. I was really upset about it, honestly. I was really, really sad, and I cried, and I was angry. But I know that it all happens for a reason, and I think everything just lined up so smoothly at first, and then it all kind of fell through. And you know, that happens. It's life. We can't do anything about it. And that is why I wanted to share this journey from the get-go, because it happens. There's no like shame in that. Like, things just don't work out sometimes, and in the moment you don't really understand why. But I'm sure like in a year from now or 6 months from now, I'm gonna look back and be like, oh, I'm glad that house didn't work out. But right now I'm a little bitter about it. But I know there's something out there for us that's better, and we're really just taking this time to figure out where we want to be. Like I said, Ottawa has so many small towns surrounding it, and we do know we want to be outside of the city, but we could go east, we could go west, we can go south, we can go north. There's just so much. And so we really want to take this time to explore more small towns and see where we want to end up ultimately. And you know, I think we're all just all of us, me and Matt, are just at a crossroads, like with turning 26 and 27. Like, Matt wants to go back to school. And there's just like a lot to figure out. At this point, we're just taking it day by day, and I'm happy that you guys are here for the journey. I want y'all to be here for the highs and the lows, and it's all gonna work out. Here comes Matt with his Diet Cokes, and that's my little car chat. Oh, okay.
A medium one is $1.25 now.
Wait, is it not? Oh, it's only $1 if you do it on the app.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I'm confused. I was like, right.
Is it Coke Zero or Diet Coke?
That you got Coke Zero.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Someone was asking in my video if I like regretted sharing the house journey like right from the get-go. I was just like right like before things were like super finalized.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, not really, because no one shares that part of like things falling through and not working out, you know?
That's true. And it's just like everything was working in our favor.
Yeah, and we couldn't control it.
You didn't want to say it? You may want to hold on your tongue.
Yeah, like we couldn't have controlled what happened, you know? No. So it's like, why not share this? Because everyone online is just like, we sold our house, we bought a house, and it was really all sunshine and rainbows.
Easy. Yeah, it was easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And, I mean, I'm sure it is for
this
some people.
This is my third property, and so like,
no, but I'm sure
all of y'all.
I'm sure it's easy for some people, but no one talks about this part about, you know,
so I'm in a one-way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm in a one-way.
Okay guys, I know this is like not the most practical setup, but I really like having the Papasan chair here because it's close to the bookcase. I wanted it originally in this corner. Well, you can tell it was there, but I don't know. I think like close to the books is just like kind of nice. But then I'm wondering if I should move the bookcases like here. This room is just like so sad and empty, but there's no point in filling it if we're like potentially gonna move. But I think I'm gonna keep it here for now, because then if I'm like reading in the morning, I can put my coffee there. Oh my god, you guys, I can't wait for fall. I cannot wait. Have a little spooky coffee cup, read a little spooky book. I have so many like books that I'm saving for fall. So many good ones. Oh, I actually want to read this before summer is done, so I should put that somewhere where I see it. But I should like have so many books for fall. I'm literally so excited. I also found this at the thrift store. I've literally never heard of it. But Woman's Guide to Real Magic. It looks exactly like, where is it? Oh, here. Look, it kind of looks exactly like the All Souls trilogy, which I'm also so excited to read this fall. Doesn't it kind of look similar with the font? And it's funny because Deborah Harkness actually commented on the front of it. I'm literally so excited, you guys, for fall. I'm trying to enjoy the summer, I promise, but I'm so excited for fall. And I have a few books that I didn't get to last year, like Payback's a Witch, and then also I never read Small Town Big Magic, Cackle, or the Sally Thorne book, so I feel like I really got to get a move on maybe with my fall reads. So many coming. That is one thick ass burger. I love that the Awala is here. It's really adding to the vibes. guys, I literally never vlog this late at night because the lighting is so bad, but I wanted to do a little Haunted Mansion review to end this off. I even dressed for the occasion, but I just poured myself a little glass of wine. Figured we'd talk about it, close the vlog off with a little movie review, because if you know me, you know Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite rides, and it's also just one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, it's such a comfort movie for me. And so I actually, going into it, I didn't really, like, I watched the trailer, but I couldn't tell if it was going to be the same story but with new actors, which is kind of what I was worried about, or if it was going to be like an original story. And it was an original story, and it was just so, it was so good. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be, but that's only because the Eddie Murphy version is like very sentimental to me, and I was like, there's no way you can top that. And it's a very different movie. It's a little bit, honestly, it's a lot scarier, and I just loved it so much. I found the acting was amazing. I'm like a huge Owen Wilson fan though, so I think that played a part too. I love Owen Wilson. It was definitely very dark. I will say it was a lot darker than the first movie, or the original movie, but there was some like good funny moments in it. I don't remember the actress's name, but she plays the medium or the psychic in the movie. She was hilarious, like just like naturally funny. Like, it wasn't like forced comedy, if that makes sense. And I feel like the movie did a good job at balancing the scary and the funny part. So I feel like definitely an older kid would enjoy it. I literally am like reading all the notes that I took, you guys. Like, I take this job very seriously. I will say that if you've ridden the ride either at Disneyland or Disney World, you will have a deeper appreciation for the movie. I feel like a lot of the negative reviews I'm seeing aren't really understanding the link to the attraction, which I think is what brings so much of the magic to the movie and makes it so good, is all of the amazing references to the movie, or the amazing references to the ride, and that they're all done in a very creative and different way. Like, it's not repetitive. It just felt very like nostalgic. Honestly felt like reliving those like spooky elements of the ride in a movie, which was just so fun. And you haven't really seen that since Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, I did not find that Jungle Cruise did a good job at the ride. The ride's funny. The movie was like a little actiony. It just didn't do a really good job in my opinion. They did such a great job tying in the ride elements to the movie. And I feel like even if you've never been to Disney World or Disneyland, you would still enjoy the movie for sure. Loved seeing Hatbox Ghost in it. A lot of people didn't like the way he was portrayed in the movie. I don't want to like give too much away, but I mean, I liked it, honestly. I was really intrigued at how the story played out. It wasn't how I thought based on the original movie, but I really loved the story that the movie took. I will say I really enjoyed the message it talked about with grief, and how like children and adults portray grief differently. And there was like definitely some periods where I teared up for sure. Let's see, I think there's only, what else did I write? And then I just wrote that I was sad that the hitchhiking ghost did not get more screen time. And the ghosts in general, I feel like they did not get a lot of screen time. But overall, it was such a good movie. Like, I want to go see it again. And like, Matt and I walked to the movie theater and we like could not shut up. We were just like so happy. We loved it so much. And so I'm gonna give it like a 9 on 10. It is a 10 on 10 movie, but that's just because for me, nothing can top the original one with Eddie Murphy. And so it gets a 9 on 10 from me, but I loved it so much. So that's my review. We still have to go see Oppenheimer and Barbie, but we typically do like Marvel and any like big like cinematic movies, like award-winning movies with Matt's brothers, and Matt's brother was just out of town for a bit, so we're waiting to go see that with them. But I actually recently decided to do the Landmark Movie Club, I think is what it's called. I need to look it up, but basically it's like a monthly subscription. I know that you guys have these in the States. Let me know if you guys are in them and if you think it's worth it, but I decided to try it out for a little bit because you can cancel whenever. So I did the Landmark Extras Movie Club, which is $9 a month, $9.99, and you get 5 points for every dollar spent on admission concession. You get 1 general admission ticket a month that you can roll over if you don't use. You get 20% off concession purchases, 1 free general admission credit when you sign up, exclusive offers and screenings, advanced ticket offers for select movies, free refills on popcorn or large popcorn and large fountain drinks, and then a free large popcorn during your movie month. So I decided to join and see, just because there was gonna be so many movies we were gonna see lately, and I was gonna kind of crunch the numbers and see if it was worth it. But yeah, so we joined that, in case anyone's wondering. And if you have the Landmark Movie Club, let me know if you like it, if you think it's worth it. But because we want to go see Barbie and then Oppenheimer, and then I don't think we're gonna honestly go see the new I don't even know what it's called, The Marvels. I'm not like a huge Brie Larson fan, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of Captain Marvel and those like movies. I'm trying to think of what else is coming out that I want to see. Oh, I really want to see the new Poirot movie. Is it like we saw the trailer for it and we were like, oh my gosh, it's like more like heavy on the murder ghost than it is the murder mystery. I want to say it's called like What Happens in Venice or like Murder in Venice. Oh, A Haunting in Venice, which is the sequel to Death on the Nile, which is like the I never know how to say his name, Hercule Poirot, Hercule Poirot. I don't even know how to say Hercule. It sounds so weird. Hercules. I want to say Hercules. But this one looks so dark. It looks really good, man. I saw the trailer for it yesterday, but I am going to spend the rest of the evening catching up on YouTube. I feel like there's nothing better in this world than when you have like a shit ton of YouTube to catch up on. Like, it's the best feeling in the world. So I'm gonna do that. And what else? Oh, I got to like 55% of that book today and I still don't know what it's called. Sally Nugget? No, it's definitely not called Sally Nugget. What is that book called that I'm reading? I have no idea where it's gonna take me. So the twist is either gonna be really good or really bad, and I will let you guys know. What is the book called that I'm reading right now? Strange Sally Diamond, but the author is Liz Nugent. That's why I thought her name was Sally Nugget. Anyways, it's good so far. I just have no idea where it's going. I have so much fun content coming this week, you guys. I feel like I've just been waiting for stuff. I've really been wanting to do like an IKEA, like a day in the life where we go to like IKEA and maybe like shop around and stuff. I just like love IKEA. It's so affordable. So I think we'll do that. And my Papasan chair cushion, the new one is coming this week. So I'm excited for that. And then I've been really wanting to film like a work from home routine, so I might do that. I have a video with FabFitFun coming, which I know you guys love because you guys always tag me in your FabFitFun boxes. I'm really excited for the fall one, and yeah, just trying to soak in the next few weeks of summer. And like I said, Matt and I are gonna take a little day trip tomorrow. And I always post that kind of stuff on Instagram, so if you guys aren't following me there, go make sure you follow me because I post a lot of fun like real-time photo dumps and stuff on there. It's a super casual fun time on Instagram. And yeah, there's just like some fun videos coming. I filmed like a productive day in the life behind the scenes of being a content creator because you guys love the behind the scenes stuff. So that's coming this week with a really exciting brand deal. And yeah, I'm so excited. The next few weeks are going to be just like so fun, and I cannot wait to take you guys along and hopefully have some house updates for you guys. And yeah, but I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.